Welcome back guys. So Wreckfest Mobile has finally arrived on Android platform. Game just got released today. Its global price is around 10 US dollars. In India it is priced at rupees 180 only. Good to see they have employed regional pricing. I hope this helps in selling of the game in India. It's a well-known fact that the Indian mobile gaming market is dominated by free-to-play games. Economy is weak. It is very difficult to promote a paid game or paid application here. I am speaking from the perspective of an Indian based content creator. Now Wreckfest is also available on PC and consoles. If I am to describe this game, it is a demolition derby themed racing game. You can also call it a combative motorsport game. In this video I'll be trying out the game on my different mobile phones. First I'm going to run it on my ROG Phone 5s Snapdragon 888 Plus processor. I have connected my Xbox One controller to the device via Bluetooth mode. Advanced performance mode has been enabled from the Army Great app. All of the performance metrics have been maxed out. Let's start the game. Download size was around 5.17 GB. Game has a carrier mode. Local multiplayer mode is also supported. Okay, so they have a DLC store. You can see the different DLC packs. These are basically cars. Price is shown here. This pack is expensive. Price is around rupees 650. It's very expensive DLCs for the game. Cars and cosmetics. These are the settings. I have set the FPS limit to max. Screen scaling set to extreme. Dynamic resolution set to quality. The game will automatically scale down the internal resolution when it cannot reach the set FPS limit. Shadow quality set to high. This is the highest setting. These two settings have been disabled. You can disable the bloom if you want, entirely up to you. MSA anti-aliasing set to 2x helps in reducing the jagginess around the edges. That's it with the graphics setting. Game supports Xbox One controller by default. Go to control section here and switch to Xbox One controller. There you go. Exit and save. So let's start a race. This is the ROG UI real-time resource monitor and you can see guys we are hitting the GPU bottleneck. FPS is around 60. I am targeting 60 FPS in this game. Let's see. I'll start this race. There's the track. This game supports short body technology which enables location based damage. After taking a lot of damage, the car can be in a pretty bad state beyond recognition. Okay, so here we are getting around 40 FPS. Wow, the device is struggling. We are hitting the GPU bottleneck. Game is playable. 35 FPS on Snapdragon 888 Plus processor. It's almost the winter season in India, so overheating is not an issue. You can see the temperature here, 33 degrees Celsius. Here we are getting around 50, 60 FPS, 70 FPS. There are many racers in this race. 40 FPS. So let me just dial down the settings. Go to settings, set screen scaling to high, dynamic resolution to performance, shadow quality to medium. Yeah, I'll stick with these settings. Alright, so now we are getting around 76 FPS, almost hitting the GPU bottleneck. These settings suit Snapdragon 888 Plus processors. FPS is close to 60. I'll ram my vehicle into the other vehicles. It's mayhem. Fifteen opponents in this race. Yeah, last lap. Went off track there. Reset. Different events are available in this game. This is just a race. I'll show you another event. Yeah, race complete. Eat dirt challenge. We need to wreck at least 3 other players. Event started. Ramming into other players. Here we are getting 90 FPS. Race events are more demanding. One down. All hell broke loose. That vehicle is on fire. Yeah, challenge success. Now I'm going to test the game on my other device. Now I'll be running the game on my Redmi K50i Dimensity 8100 processor. MIUI frame rate monitor tool enabled. You can see the real-time FPS here. Refresh rate of the device is set at 144Hz. Let's start the game. Don't have any particular app to show you the GPU usage on this device. Let me show you the settings. First I'll just run the game with maxed out settings. FPS limit set to max. Screen scaling set to extreme. Dynamic resolution set to quality. Shadow quality set to high. These two settings disabled. Anti-aliasing set to 2x. There you go. Let's start the game. Let me just show you the touch controls. So for steering we can also tilt our device. I'll just stick with the slider. I didn't showcase the touch controls in the ROG Phone 5s video. I'll start the same racing event. You can see the FPS counter here. Alright, race is about to start. Here we are getting 30 FPS. Oh my god, these settings are too much. Suddenly we are getting 60 FPS. 50 FPS are very variable. Same thing happened on Snapdragon 888 Plus processor. Graphics look gorgeous. Yeah, I noticed a stutter. I'm going to drop the settings. Screen scaling set to high, dynamic resolution set to performance, shadow quality set to medium. I use the same settings on ROG Phone 5s. Let's check out the performance now. 90 FPS, oh my god. FPS dropped down to 60. Much better now. Now I am around the other races. Here we are getting 80 FPS. These settings are ideal for Dimensity 8100 processor. Here you can see the free RAM. It's around 840 MB. System temperature. .56 FPS, 60 FPS. I think with these settings the performance is even better than ROG Phone 5s on this device. Now I'll be running it on my Realme 9 5G Speed Edition phone, Snapdragon 778G processor. High performance mode has been enabled from the battery settings. I'll enable the Realme MIUI real-time resource monitor. There you go. You can see the FPS counter here. CPU and GPU is shown. These are the settings. FPS limit set to max. Refresh rate of the device is set at 144 Hz. I'll just cap the FPS to 60. Mid-range processor. Screen scaling set to low. Dynamic resolution set to performance. Shadow quality set to low. 2x MSAA anti-aliasing. Bloom enabled. Let's start the game. Again loading the same event. Alright, the race is about to start and you can see guys we are hitting the GPU bottleneck. FPS here is around 46. Game is very heavy on the GPU. Game does look a bit blurry with these settings. All cars went off track there. Need to stay close to the other racers. You can see now we are getting 60 FPS. Finally caught up with the racer. So 45 to 60 FPS on this device. Now I'm going to run it on my Redmi Note 9 Pro that has Snapdragon 720G processor. In case if you are wondering guys, you can play the game without any internet connection, offline mode. I have disconnected my device from Wi-Fi. Let me start the game. Here it's asking me to download some remaining files. I'll just tap on start. Not connected to internet. Game still started as you can see. Okay, let me just quickly show you the settings. FPS limit set to 60. Screen scaling set to low. Dynamic resolution set to performance. Shadow quality set to low. I'll just disable it completely. Lowest settings. Alright, race is about to start. Here we are getting 38 FPS, 39 FPS. Not bad. Game looks blurry. No shadows at all. but it's playable. The destruction is there. What's going on? Can't get back on the track. Need to reset. Alright, completed the lap. Well, I'll be honest, the graphics look far from decent, but game is actually playable on Snapdragon 720G. Now I'm going to test it on my other device. Now I'll be running the game on my Mi 11X Snapdragon 870 processor. I've enabled the CPU flow tab to show you the GPU load. Okay, let me show you the settings. First, I'll just max out all of the settings. Refresh rate of the device is set at 120 Hz. Let's start the game. Alright, race started. Here we are getting 40 FPS, hitting the GPU bottleneck, you can see here. .38 FPS, 35 FPS. So struggle to sustain 60 FPS with maxed out settings on my ROG Phone 5s, Redmi K50i and even Mi 11X, 45 FPS here. So let me just dial down some settings, 39 FPS. Backside hit it up. Screen scaling set to high. Dynamic resolution set to performance, shadow quality set to medium. That's it. As you can see, now we are getting 60 FPS. Yeah, it's running smoothly. GPU load is still on the higher side, 96-97%. If it were the Indian summer season, all of my phones would have overheated. Got lucky here. Winter season, 60 to 70 FPS. So guys, I'll end the video here. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.